Swerve then defeated Roderick Strong in the main event to retain the world belt. Another big win for Swerve. He's been on fire pretty much in the ring with all these matches, cutting the promos and being this consistent presence everywhere. And I think, like, you know, there's a lot of cap about his title reign, I think, that I need to take the time to dispel.
I think a lot of people were like, oh, it's regardless of how well it's being done right now, they announced that Ospreay match. So they're talking because they think that Ospreay is going to win. But if Swerve were to beat Ospreay, we're done.
They got to eat all the
conversation's over.
They gotta cry. One segment of people has to cry. The other segment of people has to come outside and come to my timeline and then get told how much they have no idea about wrestling. Tell them how much they're trying to uphold white supremacy on the low. How they are coming out here and acting like, yeah, you know, they're just trying to hold everything against Swerve for whatever reason it is. Whatever I'm just gonna fucking say it. Whatever the black fedge grifter Twitter people want to hold against Swerve, he's stomping all of them out. Look, how can I unfortunately I can't make myself center screen right here. I don't want James to get none of this. This is me, Rich Latta. Y'all motherfuckers coming out here talking all this shit, bringing up whoever you want in whatever company as far as people in WWE that are doing their thing or whatever. All they're trying to do is trip Swerve up from before he got the belt to when he got the belt, the night it happened. And then motherfuckers just see every one of their arguments just falling by the wayside. I can't fucking wait to watch motherfuckers' reactions. The more Swerve does shit like go on Busted Open Radio and completely expose Bully Ray and Mark Henry, like for one, not watching the show.
What about all this stuff that they presented me with and shown me, and then they shut up? Yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Like as long as he comes out here and I'm seeing motherfuckers put out tweets like, hey, Ricochet can go to AEW and we can finally put the world title on a black man, from a black person that said this. Yes. That claims he is a rapper as well. So, like, buddy, I've resisted retweeting the tweet all weekend. Let's just say that. And being like, whatever you want to do, buddy. Like, one, this is an atrocious opinion, for one.
my whole thing is like, if your thing is Swerve is not black, but the person you're using to uplift is Ricochet that says the things he says online, I'm kind of not gonna care what you got to say at all because it holds no merit. Like, first off, question someone's blackness is fucking ridiculous, and two, the counterfactual you're using, like, you realize you fucked up, right? Like, what are you doing?
He got thoroughly smoked on Twitter. The gentleman that sent such atrocious tweet, and I don't know. I just think it's a lot of people crying that Ricky Starks isn't the guy that got picked. A lot of crying that that anybody else that they thought was going to be the pick wasn't, and it was him, and he came out there and balled.
My question is, why are they working on the assumption that like there's only ever going to be one?
Because they only want there to be one, and they want it to fail for confirmation bias. They're not interested in actually seeing what's going to happen, seeing the presentation, seeing the work put into the care that was taken to dissolve his faction, to set up an overarching storyline for the guy, to set up great opponents to line him up with, to set up quality pay-per-view defenses. Like, this guy is having one of the best title reigns. Like, he's had the belt for like a month and a half, right? He's already going crazy with it. And then when he wrestles Ospreay, he's going to go more crazy. And then he's still dangling the elite carrot out there. What do you think that is? That sounds like blood and guts.
Right. Yeah.
I think,
and you know, we just talked about is like if Danielson's going to cut that kind of promo and he wins the Owen.
What's that tell you?
Yeah,
What show is he going to main event?
that would be Wembley.
Then they all got to shut the fuck up.
No, granted, that could be a setup for Danielson versus Ospreay 2 at Wembley, but I either one I'm winning, but like you know, either way we're setting up. It seems like we're setting up awesome stuff with the championship scene, regardless. And the person with the belt right now is Swerve, and he's done.
And you're
awesome
talking about somebody that would have been, let's say, Forbidden Door comes, Will Ospreay wins the AEW championship, right? Mm-hmm. And then Swerve drops off and goes and wrestles against the Elite after that, with Hangman coming back and stuff like that.
He's still set.
You have still established somebody as a main eventer. You've established somebody that can main event a pay-per-view for you. You've established somebody that can carry the belt week to week and have all this stuff inside of
someone that can be a champion for a second time.
Correct. That was what the next thing I was going to get
and
to.
Hangman.
And that's only if he loses. Now, if he wins, get ready for the summer of Swerve, my nigga. That's it.
I think so many people just assume it's a foregone conclusion. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And we'll see. And either way, I expect Swerve's, well, his best regular match doesn't involve blood porn, but but I expect an incredible match because Will Ospreay and Swerve, and you know, they're gonna break out some incredibly intricate stuff that like only those two would even try to pull off. Like Swerve's been in his bag with some of the stuff he's tried to pull off, and like it's like, all right, man, like this is, you put a lot of thought into this, and like and by thought I mean like something's real cool. I don't know how much it works as far as like the physics. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how smooth that move he's gonna do, or the double stomp deal with Cesaro was gonna work out with he was gonna go double stomp, and then like it wasn't going to move Claudio's center of mass off to where he couldn't hit him with the uppercut. Like whatever, man. They out there trying cool shit, and so I expect them to also, you know, tear it up. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
This all ended with like a hot closing sequence where Swerve basically strong sidesteps a house call, but then Swerve, you know, gives him the pump knee, hits the house call for the win. They throw because early in the match, Swerve had went to work on the knee. Yeah,
and Roddy, once he dodged and one time couldn't move again.
And then my favorite part of the night, Swerve goes over there with the grandma in the front row, and the grandma starts hitting the dance, you know, on you boys. That's right, the grandmothers. That's who we need watching wrestling. We need more grandmothers in the front row. I saw that. I was like, add more time to the reign.
Did you mention Swerve's AEW World Title grill that he had in?
I didn't. That is pretty dope. I saw it and I was like, is that what I think it is? Like, and then,
I never would have thought of that.
That's crazy. Like, I've never seen no shit like that. So it's like, you can't compare Swerve to anyone. Like, he is expressing himself as a champion, like, unlike a lot of people, like obviously anybody in AEW championship history. Well, how about y'all start taking it through WWE history? What
Major
champion
American
you seen walking around with a grill in of the belt?
Yeah. Don't recall too many top champions in American Pro Wrestling history with golds in.
Also, that same clown that said that shit about Swerve is one of those Cody is black people. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Whew. That's wow.
But yeah, man.
That's
I sometimes, you know, I let this shit build up that I see or whatever, and then I'm just like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna just let it off or whatever. But you know, Twitter's Twitter. You know, you obviously your phone will be going off all day. It's a lot, especially when you have like an account that gets as like active as mine. But yeah, there's just I I think there's a lot of corny sounding motherfuckers out there that are just haters flat out. Like, and I don't know, and there's gonna be haters. Everybody can't love you or whatever. I understand that, but come at it with like some semblance of responsibility. Like, people just saying whatever on the app. I know the rent be due. Yeah. Look, I know the rent be due and shit like that, and motherfuckers gotta justify that $8 that they spend. That they gave Elon their information for.
Yikes.
But these are humans. They see these things. So like this shit is fucked up. Like, to talk about, like we talked about with Caitlin Clark, how people don't treat her like she's a human. Like, this is fucked up, and I think it should stop. But people are going to be who they are, unfortunately, because Twitter was set up for such things to to drive, and especially like the way it's changed, the negativity just amplifies way more, and it encourages it.
There's number of negativity and like links to porn. Like, I don't care. Like, stop. The bots need to stop with the pussy in bio thing. That's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Bro, they don't even do that no more. They just send pictures of it to you now. Just like,
I luckily have not been sent some stranger's pussy in replies to my stuff. So I've been fortunate to avoid that. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. I think I got it all off my chest here. So